Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, my future crypto millionaires. Today we want to talk about Gary, and he has more egg on his face. What will it take for the guys over in the government, US government, to say enough what you do, it's time to go? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this all plays out. But after it happened, the news came out that Grayscale won the case about them having a spot ETF when they had future ETFs already approved. Bitcoin rose up from like the high 25,000s, 26,000, all the way up to 28,000. Currently is back down to 27.3, but it was a small, we'll take it, a small uptake from where it was previously. Today's video, I want to talk about that and all the good things happening in the crypto market. Although right now things seem like they're trading sideways and everything like that. I want all you guys to stay focused because we know what's going to happen. If history repeats, 2024, 2025, the gains will come. So we need to stay strong, need to stay steady. But in any event, let's go over and see what's happening in the world of crypto. So if we take a look at the heat map currently shows that we're in the red. It's okay though, because we know where Bitcoin was. It was at 26. Now we're at 27.3. So we came down a little bit. ETH is doing great. I love ETH. ETH, man, it seems if you compare ETH versus Bitcoin, ETH is holding more steady than the drops that Bitcoin's had. I haven't seen ETH during this whole bear market under like $1,400. It's ranging from like 1,400, 1,800, 14 to $1,800. So I love ETH, man. Everything's built on top of ETH. Love it. Sol, another one is in the red. So a lot of red going on. If we look at the crypto space right now, sentiment is at 39. So we're still in the fear. Even though, we got a big win yesterday against the SEC, people are still not sure, you know what I'm saying? But it's okay. Fear equals DCA time. Time to keep investing and getting good deals on the projects that we love. So if we look at the market right now, we look at the crypto market caps at 1.1. It's up almost 5%. 24-hour volume is about 52 billion. Bitcoin dominance 48.8 versus ETH 18.9. And again, if we look at 24 hours, so after the news of Grayscale and the SEC case, we see Bitcoin's up 5%, ETH up 4.3, BNB 4%, XRP almost 4%, Cardano up 2.5%. Cardano at 27. Anything under 30 cents is a good deal, my guys and gals. Solana 21 bucks, so that's up 6%, almost 7%. Let's see here. Polygon 6.3%, Litecoin 5.6, Avalanche 5.4, and I'm only going over the ones in the top 100 that I like. Chainlink up almost 5%, good. We take a look at, let's see here, Cosmos 2.8. Arbitrum up 3%. Quant up, wow, not even a percent. I don't know about Quant. Quant has, the tokenomics are great, but, they're a B2B play, and I guess that's not that sexy to a lot of people. VeChain's almost up 5%. Near, I like Near. Near is up 3%. Optimism of almost 6%. I like that too. Let's see here. Sandbox, good metaverse play, almost up 4%. Injective up 5%. Render up 6%. Apecoin, if you're in the metaverses too, up 2.8%. Chili's is more like a sports type deal, up 4.3%. That's an interesting coin, actually. Pepe is up 5% for 24 hours, so that's good. There was news of rug pulls and all of that, so it's good to see that that's doing something. Let's see. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on. U.S. States Court of Appeals ruled. The ruling came in, and it's basically, you see there, Grayscale Investments versus the SEC. Ordered and adjudged, the Grayscale petition for review be granted, and this commission orders to be vacated in accordance with the opinion of the court filed within this date. What the hell does that mean? So, in the denial of Grayscale's proposal was arbitrary. This is what the court ruled, was arbitrary. The commission failed to adequately explain why it approved the listing of two Bitcoin future ETFs but not Grayscale's proposed Bitcoin ETP. The court said in the ruling, in the absence of coherent explanation, this is unlike regulatory treatment of like products is unlawful. We therefore grant Grayscale's petition for review and vacate the commission's order. So basically, how can you approve a futures ETF and not approve a spot ETF and not give, according to this, the way the judge ruled it is the way I see it, not give a good explanation as to why? You can't just say, sure, I'm cool with the future ETFs, but your spot ETF not happening. Why? Don't worry about it. That's basically what they said. SEC just feels like they can do whatever they want, Gary specifically, and just say, okay, yes to this, but you guys, we see what they did to Coinbase and the likes, saying, hey, you're doing something, you're selling securities, and Coinbase is saying back to SEC, tell us what we need to do so we can be, within your guidelines according to law. No, don't worry about it. Just stop it. Take these things off your exchange. Too much has that been going on. Gary just feels like he has carte blanche. He could say and do whatever he wants. And I'm happy that now the courts are saying, dude, you need some, supports. You can't just say whatever you want, do whatever you want without giving some supports for your decision. And so this is good. When the crypto space got news of this, things started going up. Although now today in this video, things have come down a little bit. And that's why I want to do a video today as opposed to yesterday, just to see how it would react. Because initially you get that euphoria, but then things come back to normal. And that's where we are today. But again, very, very good news for this space. Right now, we know what's going to happen. We know that we have a lot of companies, big time companies trying to get into the spot ETF Bitcoin craze. And for the short term, it's good. But again, crypto is about getting away from these big facilities, getting away from banks and us, the people, controlling our money, controlling our wealth. To see them get into this, I don't know how I feel about that. In the short term, yes, it's going to be good. There's going to be a lot of money flowing into the crypto space, Bitcoin specifically. But overall, do we want them in control of Bitcoin and the price and everything like that? No, not at all. So if we look at Grayscale and we see how much Bitcoin they own, take a look at this here. They own about 635,000 Bitcoin. That's crazy. Crazy. And then you look at, just the difference, other companies and what they hold. See, U.S. owns about 41,491. Ukraine owns about 46,000. MicroStrategy owns about 140,000. I don't know how accurate that is, if that's up to date, but that's still a lot for a publicly traded company. Mount Gox, that's still going on. That's about 141,686. Tether, the stable coin, they own about 52,000. And then we have, Block and all these other companies. But Grayscale, it's big that they got approved. Chances are the likelihood of them getting ETF approved is up there. Bloomberg came out with something today after this ruling saying that these spot ETFs have a 75% chance of being passed. So again, short term, that is good for the space. Now, what are the other spot ETFs that have applied? And with the news of this, they're probably going to ride the coattails of Grayscale, and they may be approved as well. We have BlackRock. We love and hate BlackRock, most likely hate, but again, short term, they're going to bring a lot of money into the space. So I would say, strap on. 2024, 2025 bull market and bull run is going to be crazy, especially with the money coming in from these firms. So we have BlackRock. Then we have Wisdom Tree. Then we have Invesco Galaxy. Then we have Valkyrie Investments, big one. Then we have ARK Invest, Cathie Wood, and we know what she's about. She's a big proponent of Bitcoin, saying that Bitcoin at 2030 is going to be about $1 million per Bitcoin. I hope that comes true. Then we have VanEck. Then we have Fidelity. If you work for a Fortune 500 company, you know what Fidelity is. They basically control the majority of all working Americans here in the U.S. 401k plans, and they're getting involved. We already know that there was talks about them offering that to some of their wealthier clients as well. Does this mean in the 401ks that you can probably choose, a folder or market portfolio that has Bitcoin and crypto and the like? Maybe. Early adoption, my friends, early adoption. And right now we're at the forefront of all of it. And that's what I'm talking about. So what's good for Grayscale is good for Coinbase. Why is that? because Coinbase seems to be the custodian of choice for all of the ones that I just talked about, the BlackRock, Valkyrie, and Ark Invest. When they refiled with the SEC for their spot ETFs, they named Coinbase as their custodian. And that is good for Coinbase because after the news of Grayscale being approved for the spot ETF, look at that candle, that green candle right there. That's what happened to the Coinbase stock. This is mainly a crypto channel, but I also acknowledge that, crypto is also one aspect of it, but the crypto proxies in the stock market are big too. So we're talking about the Clean Spark, the mining, we have Coinbase, we have Tesla, and not to mention MicroStrategy. These are also good plays as well. And I love it. So Coinbase, if you're in the, this is not financial advice, but if you're in the stocks, not a bad one to take a look at. So not only Grayscale, we have that coming on, and we have all these spot ETFs that may be approved later this year, early next year. We have the halving coming next year that's going to, spark the bull market. But we also have China. China owns, they have a good percentage of the global wealth. And right now, a lot of that was bottled up with, Bitcoin being banned last bull market. And I think that put a cap on where the crypto space and Bitcoin, as far as getting up to 69,000, would have been. People were predicting it could have been 100,000 or whatever the case may be. And I think China may have, had something to do with that. But now all bets are off. And we finally have some of these exchanges allowing retail trading. And we have Hashkey, and they officially opened Bitcoin trading for retail. And that happened. That happened this week. And then we also have SIBA Bank lands regulatory approval to offer crypto services in Hong Kong. So it's received approval in principle from Hong Kong securities regulator to offer virtual asset services in the Asian financial hub once it meets the conditions for final approval. SIBA will be able to engage in security dealings, advise on and manage digital assets and traditional securities. This comes after Hong Kong introduced a framework in June to regulate retail cryptocurrency trade and require licenses for crypto trading platforms and exchanges. So there was news that China was opening up, and they listed the approved cryptos that, retail investors can invest in, but they're going through a process. The exchanges have to submit their applications and meet the guidelines and everything like that, and then go through a final approval. Why this is exciting? Because right now the China economy is not doing that great. And we see Evergrande, one of the biggest real estate developers, that's going under. And, back, I would say even 3 years ago, real estate was the biggest asset for a lot of, Asian Chinese people working that were saving, and real estate was all it was. Right now, the real estate market over there is not doing great. So where are all these people? They don't have faith in the economy. Right now, they're going through some sort of deflation. Where are they going to invest? They want to invest in innovation, something that's new, and crypto is going to be it. So once these exchanges start listing one by one, approving, the amount of money that I believe is going to flow from China into crypto is going to be crazy. You add that with the spot ETFs, increased adoption. Guys, we are early. Right now, you see the market, it's in the red, it's trading sideways. This is the time you build. You build your bags right now, and then in a year and a half, 2 years, things are going to be nice when you're sipping your pina colada on an island somewhere. It's going to be very nice. And Elon in X, he's moving closer. He's registered for a license in Rhode Island to trade, basically for currency. And in that application, digital assets was also mentioned. So in X/Twitter, he already talked about adding some type of monetary function for creators so they can get paid for their content. Is crypto going to be listed? I know a lot of people talk about Doge, but is crypto, the likes of Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, all these other ones, going to be listed? If it does, another tick in the box for adoption. Guys, we're so early, and I'm telling you, this thing is going to pop. It's going to go crazy. And if you're watching this channel and other channels like it, you're at the forefront of it, and you're going to reap the benefits, the rewards. And also, Top Trader says he's only bullish on Solana and 2 other crypto assets besides Bitcoin and Ethereum. This guy sounds like me. I won't talk about the other 2 crypto assets because I don't know about them. But the Solana one, yes, I know about that one for sure. So he basically says he thinks Sol could be repeating the early days of ETH before it soared to 4 figures. But yeah, I think it's going through the same cycle rounds as ETH. Last month, he compared Solana's price action to ETH's early days, suggesting that Sol could smash all-time highs perhaps sometime in late 2024. In a private group, he said, my pick for the best performing coin of the bounce this year was Sol. The idea is that a darling of the last cycle would do very well. I shared the chart of the beginnings of Alt versus ETH versus Sol rather, and I think Sol probably does more or less the same. The cheering got pretty loud for this one. And there he's showing, Solana right here on the left-hand side, what it looks like, right? And damn, you got to admit, it does look similar. Then you look at ETH on the early side. It looks very, very similar. And then you see what happened with ETH, boom, right there. So could Solana do the same thing? And if it goes up a little bit higher, we're talking about something in the likes of like $400 per Sol. Right now, something that's currently trading at $20. Sign me up for that. Then we have, I want to just look at this as far as daily active addresses and daily transactions for some of my favorite L1s. And we know that I love ETH, I love Sol, but I also like Near and Cardano. Avalanche is in there too. But if we look at, looking at Tuesday, if we look at the daily active transactions in L1 chains, we see that ETH has 302,000. Cardano's at 42,000, so it's up because it was at 30-something thousand last week. Solana's at 197,000. Near's at 52,000, and Avalanche is at 50,000. Now, if we look at daily transactions, right, per chain, we see Solana, 15.3 million. Solana has more daily transactions, guys, and Near, more daily transactions than Ethereum. Avalanche, 797,000. Cardano, 55,000. I want to bring this one up to highlight Solana, Near, Solana, and Near. Near's trading at $1 right now, guys. And if you see these daily transactions, could this L1 be the next Solana for the next bull cycle? I don't know, but it's one to keep an eye on, guys. One to keep an eye on. So, again, the market is doing what it's doing. I encourage you, keep doing your research, investing in the projects that you like. Look at the projects that are working during this during this bear market. They'll continue to work and preparing for the next bull cycle, which is what you should be doing as well. Guys, I hope you liked the video. If you do, hit the like button, and until next time.